Good morning slash afternoon, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Glad y'all made it in here, and I'm more than glad that I made it because it was looking a little iffy. But I'm glad y'all in here this morning. Please go ahead and hit that like button for me. For those of you who already hit the like button, I thank you so much. And if you hadn't, it is still time. Reach over there and give it a tap. If you have not subscribed or this is your first time listening, please subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And when you hit that notification bell, please make sure that you click all. So that way, every time we go live over here, you will know everything about it. So listen, how y'all doing this Tuesday? I'm glad everybody is here. As you all well know, we are also streaming live on Twitch simultaneously. So if you have two browsers or two apps or two devices even, if you can open up on both, that would be awesome and a huge help if you would get that done. So we can stream in both places, try to hold our other little spot open as best we can. Because y'all know that's where we have a lot of our fun at is over on Twitch because we can do some things there that we can't do here. So we definitely want to hold that spot open and do our thing, okay? So we got to get into the update for today. But before we do, y'all know I would not be me if I did not greet absolutely everybody in the room. I'm not comfortable until I do. So let me greet everybody really quick. And we're going to get into our updates for today. Okay? If y'all don't mind, that's what we're going to do. Now, that's all right with everybody, right? I ain't going to get in no trouble. I hope. All right. Let's see who we got. Hold on one second. Oh, before I start greeting, let me do this. One second, y'all. I ain't went nowhere. I didn't go nowhere. I promise you. I'm right here. I'm right here. Okay. All right. Bing. So let's pin that. Also, just so y'all are aware, this is what I was making sure we had done, which was to acknowledge some birthdays. We have the birthday of Sharon Foner, which is a belated because I did not go live on Saturday. And then I was made aware by Latavia that her birthday was Saturday as well. Now, she hadn't turned her birthday in, but I'm glad that she did let us know, even if it was after the fact. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity to let y'all know, if you are a royal family member, please turn your birthday in ahead of time so that we will be aware. We don't like to miss birthdays around here. We love any reason to celebrate. So now we have these two ladies with belated birthdays, Latavia and Sharon Foner. I pinned their information to the top of the chat, and y'all please show some love for their birthdays, okay? Now let me start greeting. Hey, Kia, how you doing? Just popping in. All right, you at the office. Okay. Nacho Twins Mama, how are you? Tina, Queen of Cheesecake too. Girl, you got a second channel? Or is that a second profile? What's going on with you? How you been? How's the niece? All right. Hey, Lita, how you doing? Love my dogs too. Hey, sis. Velma Cook, good to see you. Auntie Eva in the building. All right, Miss Sparkle. Vita Worship is here. Vita say, did I eat? Vita, I did. I did eat. Not much, but I did eat a little something. Hey, Kim Bird, how you doing? Angie, all the way from Miami, Florida, and the plantation. Y'all should have seen how pretty her baby was. She let me see her daughter's picture. Oh, that girl's so pretty. Hey, CC Miller, y'all. It is the beautiful CC Miller stepped in here with us. Sasha Lynn, how are you? We got Marva here. All right. Queena. Hey, lady, you working today or you off? Oh, you on your way to the plantation. You heading to work. I know you be working too. Between you and Anja and Iridescent, I don't know who worked the most. Oh, and Dana Cutler. She another one, always working. Hey, Deandra. There go, Dana. I was just talking about you. You're going to live a long time. Hey, S. Collins. How you doing? All right. Naturally rooted. Good to see you. Okay, who else up in here? The beautiful Egypt Nile here to keep the chat safe. All right. Happy to be happy. Good to see you. Nisi Rose. Hello, gorgeous. Good to see you. Queen Mermaid. Always happy that you're here. And she's holding us down in Twitch land. I love it. Keisha Hooks, how you doing? Jesse X, how you? You say you working. You another working lady. Y'all be at it. Grandma Rocks, what's going on? How you doing? There is my Christian Key. All right. Show me 0517. Thank you so much for holding us down in Twitch land. Hey, Chris Stephanie Stroud, how are you? Lord Velda Sorrentino, how you been? So good to see you. It's always a pleasure. As soon as I see your name, I just get a big smile on my face. Always happy to see you. Always. My sis, Lily. Hey, gorgeous. Y'all, she had a birthday too, just recently. That's right. And don't look a day over 25. Hey, Rochelle. How you doing? All right. She in Twitch too. All right, Tina, holding us down both places. I love it. Love it. Is this Helene? Hey, Helene. And she's in Twitch land. Okay. Sunshine. How you doing? Y'all, this chat be moving on me. And I can't keep up. I try. Oh, why is it doing this to me? There's Sunshine. Okay. All right. Listen, I think I pretty much grabbed everybody. I hope I did. If I missed somebody, y'all help me greet too. Hey, Candy R. She says, how you? Tidy Tuesday. Ain't nothing wrong with being neat and tidy. I like that. Hey, LEL. Learning to love myself also over there in Twitch land. My sis, Spiller. Girl, I called you yesterday. When you called back, I was on the line with some other stuff, but I'm going to call you. Trust and believe that. Keisha Hooks in here. Who else is in here? Oh, wow. Everybody. I think we got everybody. Nope. Dora Rodriguez. How you doing, sis? Good to see you as well. Shell, she's in Twitch. Velda, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, always happy to be here, and I'm always so happy to have you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means everything. So listen, let's start with our update. First off, can I share something with y'all? Can I tell y'all what happened to me yesterday? Hey, Vanessa, do y'all mind if I tell y'all what happened to me yesterday? Can I? Because y'all, I went through something yesterday. I did. And y'all my sisters, and we family, and the family can talk. Sometime, if y'all don't mind. LEL say I can tell it. Okay. Since you say I can tell it, I'm going to tell it. So, I'm going to say this. And I want y'all to pray for my continued strength, okay? Because I want y'all to know that Satan is busy. And he has agents everywhere. Y'all know that? He got people that he will send to provoke you and cause you to do things that you ought not to do and cause you to say things that you ought not to say. And y'all, I got tried yesterday and tested. I almost went where I ought not to go. Hey, Jamie, you working and listening. I know that's right. And I almost went where I ought not to go, but I caught myself and I was able to recognize what type of a game it was. And baby, let me tell you how Satan works. And so was in my car and I said, well, I was trying to return calls because y'all know I'd be busy. Your sister be ripping and running. I try to work. I'm working on dresses. I got a dress that I was just told about yesterday that I have to have completed by Thursday night. So, I got a lot of stuff going on, right? And so I don't always catch calls when people give them to me. I try to. For the most part, I do take everybody's calls when you call. But if I miss you, y'all know I'll call back or text back. I'll do something. I'm going to get back. So I called this sister back, and she's somebody I'd spoken to before. And sometimes that's how the devil will play with you. He used people that you have some sort of familiarity with, to play. And so when I called the sister back and she told me who it was, And I said, yeah, I know, I got your number saved. Baby, this sister let the devil use her good and better, and he almost got me. This sister said, basically accused me of doing something to her. Get this, on a live stream where literally it was over 100 some odd witnesses, almost 200. This was on Sunday night, I believe. I want to think it was Sunday night, but I don't remember which live it was. But literally accused me of something that was so outlandish. And my first response, and this is one of those things that we used to talk about a lot in Crown Chat. I guess we're going to have to bring our Crown Chats back. Is how in the moment you will know you're not supposed to do something, and you will catch yourself almost doing the thing you know you're not supposed to do. My first instinct was, what'd you say, Lily? Is she cray? No, she ain't crazy. That heifer was possessed. See, some people deal with them. Some people have demonic spirits. And let me not say possessed. She may be being demonically oppressed or manipulated. But it was up to me to know better, see it, and respond differently. And I didn't do that at first. My first instinct was, hey, that's not true. Don't do that. All my videos stay up. Everybody can see what I said and what I did not say. Don't do that. Honey, this sister accused me of literally attacking her during a live stream. And I said, wow, really? Like there was no meat or bones or potatoes to what this lady was saying, but it was just an out and out attack. And about maybe 2 to 3 minutes into this conversation, I realized this is demonic. This is demonic. And so I said all that to say this, y'all be careful out here. The devil is busy, he's sneaky, and he will use provocation and any other tool he can come up with to try to catch you slipping and get you off your square. And don't do it. Okay, stay prayed up, stay prepared. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Hello, good night. Y'all know we covered a whole lesson on fasting. Be fasting like you're supposed to. Stay tight like you're supposed to. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, the devil is always trying to catch us slipping. Hey, SFF. So I just wanted to share that with you. Be careful. It can happen to anybody, because literally, I almost forgot that I'm not supposed to be operating in my old nature. That thing was about to bubble to the top, y'all. I said, wait a minute. Let me catch this thing. Lel says she crazy. And if she did get attacked here, she deserved it, point blank, period. You should have asked her, what did she do to get attacked? Honey, she sat there and told me stuff that didn't make no sense. When I say no sense, darling, it made no sense. It was like, literally, this lady said something happened that it was not even possible for it to happen. We didn't even have any trolls that had to get thrown out. Like nothing happened that day. But that's how the devil works. Sometimes he'll tell you something so ridiculous that it'll make you respond. So that's why I'm saying, I'm always telling y'all when we do our morning updates, and I'm giving you what's happening with the banks and with the finance and with the government, and I'm telling you to pay attention. I'm telling you straight up, when it comes to things of a spiritual nature, still pay attention. Don't get caught slipping, because I almost got caught slipping. Almost. And I say almost because, like I say, 2 to 3 minutes in, somewhere along in there, I recognize and I let her know, girl, I see you and I see that spirit behind you. And both of y'all finna get up off my phone, in a nutshell. Okay? Right. That's what I told you, Angie. Sometimes the grass got to burn to expose them snakes. Exactly. When it's a green snake and green grass, sometimes let the grass die so you can see what time it is. Vanessa say, that's the enemy trying to use you. He don't like them Bible study. Child, let me find out Bible study causing all that. Leader say, was she drunk? I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't believe that was drunk. I believe that was, honestly, I believe that was demonically motivated. I believe it was demonically motivated. All you got to do is check your life. If you know that you ain't messing up, you ain't acting a fool, and all of a sudden an attack comes from nowhere, you already know where it's coming from. Don't play crazy. Always recognize what it is. Always recognize what it is. Never play crazy. Don't do it. But that was just my little, tidbit of what I went through. So I want y'all to be aware that, apparently Satan is bored. That's all I'm saying. Apparently he's bored. So don't y'all get caught up in that. So now let's start our news updates. Hold on, LEL, what you say? Because you always say something. Say, I would have told her to take that up with human resources and give her the number to McDonald's customer service. You so crazy. No, I wasn't going to send her to McDonald's customer service. No. What I did was spoke to that spirit behind her. Sometimes you can't talk to the person. Sometimes you got to talk to the spirit that's in them. Y'all will catch that later. Sometimes you can't address the person that's in front of you that's being used or allowing the devil to use them. Sometimes you have to talk directly to the demon that's using them. Sometimes you got to talk directly to the demon that's using them. Every now and then, y'all skip the middleman. Like I say, y'all will catch that later. Every now and then, skip the middleman. You say your pastor always say that everybody can't ride in your wagon. Drop her off and keep moving. Yeah, I dropped her all right. I sure did. Right after I spoke to that devil. Deandra says, so proud of you, sis, that you recognize the devil and his tactics and you didn't let your slip show. No, my slip in place and it got a safety pin in it too. Hey, Latavia, we were sending you love. See, Maze, how you doing? I'm glad you made it. So let's get to our morning updates. But I just wanted to share that with y'all to let y'all know, in case you was wondering, Satan did not take a vacation. In case y'all was wondering, he still got all his vacation days. He ain't used now one of them. Okay? So as I say when I'm talking about the news, pay attention. That's all I'm going to tell you. Pay attention. Keep your eyes open. Hey, Carrie Smith. How you? You say Satan busy. Have a blessed day. Yeah, he busy, but that's all right. We can pray over him. We pray heavy. Yeah, girl, I got a safety pin. You know about that safety pin. I got a safety pin in mine. It ain't going to never slip. So y'all be tripping a lot. Satan busy. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. He busy. He didn't take no vacation days. I don't know if he's selling back at the end of the year or what he doing, but he clearly he got all his vacation days. He ain't took now day off. What you say? The hardest working man in show business. That's right. He is. Hey, Glennis. Hardest working man in show business. That's right. So y'all be aware of that. Be aware that he got all his vacation days and pay attention. So I heard that it's Pearl Harbor Day. They commemorating the attack on Pearl Harbor. Lily said, I used to hear the old folks back in the day say safety pin. I love it. That's right. Well, what y'all call them now? Yeah, that's what I call them. Safety. Well, maybe I'm. I ain't gonna say the old word because I'm still trying to be 25. Well, that's what we called it when I was 25. The first time was a safety pin. So anyway, that's that on that. But we got a little issue that we might need to keep our eyes on now. The way I'm understanding it, and this is just the way I'm understanding it. I could be wrong, but the way I'm understanding it is that y'all's president, Creepy Sleepy Joe, is supposed to be meeting with Putin or having a conversation with him. I don't know whether they're meeting in person. I didn't get that part. But they're supposed to be having a conversation. And they need to have a conversation because honestly, y'all, it's looking like we might have a little bit of a problem. We might have a little problem. And the reason I say that is because we got tensions rising. And I don't want us to miss out on what's happening because it can potentially affect us. Reasons being, if it turns into a military, opposition, a lot of the military is made up of Black folks and people from our types of neighborhoods. They do a lot of recruiting in certain areas with certain demographics. And y'all know we talking about Black folks. They love to try to get our children to sign up to fight their wars, to steal the minerals and resources that they want to steal from other places. Okay? You say Joe might fall asleep during the meeting. Okay? He might. He need to fall asleep because something funny going on. And Putin is crazy. I feel like ever since his girlfriend been out of office, he been feeling some type of way. I feel like ever since his girlfriend, that monkey with a wig, got out of the White House, that he been sitting around listening to old Jodeci albums and drinking scotch and crying. Okay? Because now he's tripping. He literally, y'all, according to what they're saying, and I believe it. This is what the news reporting. And you know, we can't always believe what's in the news because they lie. Okay? They'll lie in a minute. But what they're saying is Putin and them, that is Russia, say they got troops along the Ukrainian border. Now that's a problem. That is a problem. Now I'm going to tell you why it's a problem. The reason why it's a problem is because, you know, I believe that Russia is interested in annexing the Ukraine. Now, I think they ought to get them people and see what Putin, see, I don't like his name because it sounds too much like poop. But let's just say Trump's ex. What Trump's ex is saying, and what he's saying his demands are, is that he wants to be able to demand that the Ukraine can't join NATO. Okay? They don't want him to be able to join NATO. They want them to be able to join NATO. Why he don't want them to join NATO? That's a real good question. Because you got to look at NATO is a part of, you know, the democratic, you know, organization that is comprised of mostly democratic countries, you know, North Atlantic, you know, treaty organization. Got about 30 countries in there. And so what they don't want is the Ukraine to join NATO and then have a country that, you know, right next door, right on the border, that's an extension of NATO. I think they may look at that as having the U.S. a little too close to home. Miss Reed, oh my God, sis, where you been? I was thinking about you. Good to see you. So that's their thing. Of course, you know, Biden pushing back like, no, you can't tell us whether they can get in NATO or not. If they want to get in NATO, they can get in NATO. Then you got the people over there in the Ukraine. They all outdoors doing drills with guns, teaching them people how to load the guns and, you know, use them and whatever. It's getting real crazy over there. And you really can't blame these people. If you looked up and Russia was at your border, you might, you know, learn how to do some drills too. So it's starting to look pretty bad. And Russia's saying, you know, what they gonna do. And then you got Sleepy Creepy Joe putting threats out there. He done told them people, get this, because I want to quote this properly. I don't want to misquote Creepy Sleepy Joe. Okay? He got enough problems. He don't need nobody lying on him. So he says if they don't back off, that they're going to impose, and I quote, soul-crushing sanctions. So when you start talking about you going to be putting sanctions on people and you say they're going to be soul-crushing sanctions, what in the heck you got in mind? Oh, no. Somebody in your family passed, Ms. Reed. You see my email? Hit my email so we can check in with you. You should have let us know. I know you got a lot going on, but, you know, I didn't know. I just thought about you. I'm like, dang, I ain't seen Reed in a couple of days. Oh, man. But, yeah, please reach out to me so I can follow up with you, okay? We sending love and support. So now they threaten with sanctions, and I just feel like this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem, and we got to watch what's going on. Remember what I told y'all is happening with the whole China situation, how they keep trying to pick fights and make up stuff. You know, just a couple weeks back, they made up a lie talking about they hit a large object in the South China Sea. You ain't hit no large object. You in a whole high-tech nuclear sub under the water, and you just ran into a large object. What large object you ran into in this high-tech nuclear sub with all this sonar and equipment, but you ran into something? It's a large object. So y'all need to increase your presence in the South China Sea. Listen, America's around here bothering everybody. And we got to live here while they bothering everybody. And bear in mind, we don't have the support on the ground here that we should, because they spread all over the world trying to get in everybody else's business in a bid to steal resources. Okay? They need to stop. So what do I feel? What do I think about China wanting to build a naval base along an African country in the Atlantic Ocean? I feel like they ain't no worse than America. America got bases all over the world where we ain't got no business. See, we open the door. When you open the door and you set rules so you can play, other people can use them same rules so they can play too. We play too much. And bear in mind, they have the nuclear advantage because they have the resources that we need to buy from them to build our nuclear resources. So see, it's like, it's a rigged match, and we keep trying to win, keep trying to play dirty, and we don't even have the resources to play dirty. It's embarrassing, actually. See, true, us love to take from others, let others be. They so busy trying to steal. This is what has us in the position that we're in. You got the largest military in the world, but half your military is scattered to the four corners of the globe, and there's nobody man in the front. Nobody at all. Hey, Vet. So that's the problem we got. So, as I always say, pay attention to this story. Watch it as it plays out, because Lord only knows what's going to happen next. Lord only knows. Now, next up, y'all know Elon Musk always got something to say. And a lot of times what he says is very intelligent. And this time I think it was kind of half and half, but I understood where he was coming from. So he went to talking about creepy Sleepy Joe and the Build Back Better, and how it's all it's doing is making the deficit bigger. It's a bad move. Too much, he said, too many social spending programs, but in reality, it has a lot of pork spending all the way around. And by pork, I don't mean the good pork that we put in our collard greens. I mean the pork as in it's money that it's wasteful spending that they get that basically them and their friends get to line their pockets with. So because he spoke out about it and said what he had to say, y'all, Tesla stock took a dip. Just so you know, in case you want to grab you a little piece of something, they say it dipped a little bit. It may have dipped low enough for you to get you a little piece. Just so you know. Want to make sure y'all aware of that. On the flip side, this is a little piece of unfortunate news. You say you want your reparations. Go, me too. They don't want to pay us, but they trying to find a way to give illegals who was trying to sneak into this country $450,000. But you can't pay black folks what you owe us. It's ridiculous. If you can't pay it all, clear people, put something on it. Just put something on it. We all right. Put something on it. It's about $100,000 a year for the next, however long till you pay it off. But we want interest on it. That's all I'm saying. Now, a little unfortunate news. I don't know if y'all was paying attention. Nick Cannon's youngest baby passed. I didn't read all the details, but if y'all want to pray for them, just so you know, you might want to pray for them people because they just lost a baby. They just lost a baby. So that's unfortunate news. I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. Let's get on to the funny paper, shall we? Well, y'all, Kyle Rittenhouse, they got him doing interviews. So this man committed murder, got away, and now he doing interviews and got the nerve to be talking about who he not a fan of. He ain't a fan of LeBron James no more because LeBron James said he looked like he wasn't really crying, like he was just sucking on lemon heads. Hey, Vet Charles, that's my girl, my Green Bay fan up in here. So, yeah. He talking about, but it wasn't no lie. LeBron told the truth. You weren't really crying. You did look like you was sucking on lemon heads. You look ridiculous. Him and his mama with that fake crying. And in the end, you didn't even have to do all that. They let you off anyway. They let you get away with murder. And hey, make no mistake about it. I'm not complaining. He ain't killed no black folks, and I'm good with that. It don't matter if that's who he meant to kill. Well, you missed. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The next thing in the funny papers, I'm going to need y'all opinion on this one. I'm going to need y'all's opinion on this one. Now, L.A. Reid, I need to know if L.A. Reid is taking illegal substances. I'm worried about him because he's saying things that leads me to believe that he should be tested. Hey, New Year's Bay. Well, L.A. Reid say that Beyonce and Mariah Carey need to do a versus when he was doing his interview on The Real. And Y'all, I wanted to put a wig on just so I could scratch and dig in my wig because I felt like that was a scratch your wig moment. Why on earth would Beyonce and Mariah Carey need to do a versus? And then he went on to say that Beyonce is the queen and Mariah Carey is slightly underrated. Hey DH, oh my gosh, boo. Listen, it has been a while. How you been? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. Yes, I needed to put on a wig so I could scratch and dig in it. Yvette, what you say? Yeah, he's smoking that good. They not on the same level at all. At all. Whether you like Beyonce or you don't like Beyonce, we not finna pretend like that white lady got as many hits on the same level or even got a voice like that girl. Stop it. Mariah got famous because she came out there, told y'all that she was part black, even though ain't nobody seen no black nowhere near her, and she could screech like a seal because that was not singing. And every time, and I do mean every single solitary time, bless my soul, that they took her out of a studio, she sounded like 2 or 3 cats in a burlap sack. See, this is why we in the position we in. Because of black men sitting up trying their hardest. I mean, it is a Sisyphean task. They are trying to push the rock up the hill with all their might, and they never gonna quite reach the pinnacle. But they try with all of their might to push clear adjacent women up to wherever a sister is. Stop it. Cut the crap. LA. Listen, I had actually wrote down LA Reid on crack ? Because I was trying to figure out exactly what you was high on when you said that. Needs to say that's a scratch your wig, pull it off, and take out the tracks moment. He's smoking something that is not on the market. You reckon he got that designer? He might have that designer, honey. Cause something in the milk ain't clean. What would possess you? That girl don't have the same amount of hits. She don't have the vocal range. Like I say, love or hate or whatever. We not finna sit here and pretend. LEL say all Mariah does is collect checks during Christmas and raise Nick Cannon churn that women is minding their merry business. That woman is minding her merry business. Why is her name in this hole? Right. Because L.A. Reid is being a typical black male in that I need for the life of me to hoist this clear adjacent woman to the same level as a black woman who literally has become not just a superstar, some kind of mega star. This half of them went supernova. Like, cut it out. Red Lipstick Hustler Lily say, I love Mariah. Atlanta named my daughter after her and got pregnant. Huh? Oh, you named your daughter after her after you got pregnant. Off Vision of Love. Mariah's voice is gone. Kelly Price was the person hitting those notes for her. Right. Mariah can't sing. That's why every time she came out the studio, it was a tragedy. See, May, as you say, the survey says child bye. Okay, yeah. I kind of figured it out. A little bit. Yeah, but I feel like now, if I got to tell the truth, you say, yep, that's that designer Niecy Rose. Let me tell you something. This is the killer part. The killer part is both of those ladies, even though I'm not finna lie for Mariah can't sing. Mariah never could sing. Even when she was walking around in them patty melts with that cheap, box perm in her hair, she couldn't sing back then. She never, ever, ever could. However, Mariah got some hits, and we ain't gonna pretend like she don't. If some people can't sing and got hits, if you ask me, Mary J. Blige can't sing, but Mary J. got some hits, and she is a superstar. Okay, Mariah is a superstar, and I feel like Mariah is too big for verses, and I feel like Beyonce is too big for the verses. Both of them ladies too big to go on verses. Why would they go on verses? Get the heck up out of here. One, stop trying to put people against people that ain't nobody asked you for. Neither one of them ladies ain't got nobody in their category. Ain't no clear women from Mariah's time period that can go toe to toe with her. That's one. Number two, why do we need clear people on verses? Number three, Beyonce don't have nobody from her time period. It's where she at. So just leave them people alone. Both of them ladies too big for verses. But here come L.A. Reid after absolutely nobody asked him nothing with the mess. Hey, Bonita Howard. Oh, I'm so glad you made it in. I am. Not your twins, mama. What you say? Mariah is someone that was hyped up entirely too much bad genetics vocally. Right, they hyped her up because she was clear adjacent and claiming to be part black. That's all it took. Say verses for the has-been, sorry. Right. Leave them people alone. What you say, girl? Shut up and keep talking. I love it. I love it. Say verses haven't been the same since Timberland and Swiss sold the brand. Right. Thank you. Because once you take the blackness out and you got white folk trying to recreate that, it's a mess. It's a mess. You're right. And I honestly haven't been excited about it since they sold it to that clear fella. And he's a strange looking one too. Yeah, Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Good old Beyonce. Right. We don't need no clear people at the verses. Y'all already sold it to the clear people. Don't go talking about what clear person you want on there. Some of these brothers need to check themselves. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Good God. What you say? They took the soul out the verse. They did. And it was equally as embarrassing. And it's like I don't want to say that the sale to the clear person is what ushered in the nonsense, like Fat Joe with his clear adjacent shenanigans, and then Busy Bone with his clear adjacent shenanigans. But it just kind of looks that way. You say that's how you say her name too, Beyonce. Yeah, that's how I say her name, Beyonce. I ain't got nothing against her. I know a lot of people don't like her. I don't have nothing against her. She ain't never did nothing to me at all. I'm just not a fan because I think I'm too old for her music, possibly. Maybe it's for a younger crowd. Lily say they find no value in our beautiful black women. We got us. Girl, we better have us. We had better have us. That man literally tried to put somebody with clear skin and no voice up against a sister that has proven herself, even through attacks. We even had that mud monster, Maurice Young, aka Trick Daddy Dollars, come out and say the girl can't sing, even though we done sat there and heard this child sing a cappella and everything. She did everything but stand on top of the Empire State Building and sing. The girl can sing. Now, is she a show enough singer? No, but she can sing. So stop it. But if you say to them, Mariah Carey ain't got no voice, they'll lay down and roll and mill in the dirt and die because they want to uphold that clearness above everything else. But that's the comedy on that. But it's some more comedy that I got to bring to the table. Y'all, first of all, I need people to make me understand, why is Lil Boosie always on Vlad TV? Do he even make any music no more? Or do he just hang around with Vlad? I mean, which one? What is it? What is it? He's extremely ignorant. And I mean extremely ignorant. But I don't understand why he's always on Vlad TV and somehow he's not making music somewhere. If he still does make music, if he knows how to make music, I don't understand. And why they were sitting up talking about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know. So he sat there. This fool said that Tory supposed to take that to the grave. Don't you admit to shooting no Megan Thee Stallion. And you think I'm finna admit to shooting her fine A? First of all, why was your response not, I would never shoot that nice looking lady? I'm not going to admit to shooting a nice looking lady. So you putting it out there like shooting her is on the table. We can do that, but I'm not going to admit to it. Listen, y'all better be careful of them Dusties. Pay attention to them too. I believe this is their president. I don't know whether they had an election or whether he just stepped into the role. Say Mariah should never sing a Christmas song again. Her voice is shot. Yep. Your auntie call her denunce. Denunce. Oh, wow. Nah, I ain't think of that one. But yeah, I just had to get that out there because I don't understand, what's being put out. And the fact that nobody's calling him out for what he's saying. And I understand it is Boosie. I get it. And I think to a certain degree, everybody just assumed this man is ignorant and let him get away with murder. Yes. And this person say he want to go to Jackson State and be around people cheering. I'm scared. Now, y'all know I believe in education. I want everybody to have an education, but this is scary. This is scary. Oh, and another thing that I want to know, did y'all see the pictures from Miss Trina's birthday party? And did y'all find it strange and odd that it was that Nene and Young Miami were at her birthday party? Now, is it me or does that seem like a little bit of a mismatch? Does it seem like a little bit of a mismatch? Because to me, it seems like a little teeny bit of a mismatch. I didn't understand that dynamic at all. What you say? Definitely a mismatch? Because I was trying to understand this. Now, y'all know I like Nene. I love me some Nene. To be honest, I think she's funny and she's real down to earth when it comes to a lot of things. I like Nene. But it almost seems like you the auntie that's supervising the party. And I feel like, can I say that? Because I feel like that's what it was. And I feel like I could say that because I'm the auntie. And I'm not finna be at no club with my nieces. Not me. That seems strange to me. And it seemed definitely off. C. May says, Boosie is that relative's child who come to your house and tell stuff and pretend it didn't happen. Or everybody thinking, but nobody correcting that brat. Ooh, he do seem like one of them kids. You right. I give you that. I mean, and that's cool if she was at the tribute. My nieces come when I have stuff at the house too, but I don't be at the club with them. That's all I'm saying. It just seemed like an odd, I don't know. It seemed like an odd matchup. To me. And like I said, I could be wrong, but it seemed like it to me. And then let me tell y'all something else is going on. Netflix is trolling everybody. Netflix versus everybody. They trolling everybody. So y'all, Netflix say they about to have a huge comedy festival called Netflix is a Joke. They gonna have, get this, Dave Chappelle is on the roster. I think Kevin Hart is on the roster. Ali Wong, Seinfeld. Now, that's a funny clear fella. I don't care what nobody say. Jerry Seinfeld is funny. To me, back in the, I always felt like George Carlin was funny. Some people just funny, but they gonna have a huge comedy festival. Netflix is a joke, and they say more people too, but they ain't saying everything. It was supposed to be 2020, and now they're saying it's gonna be from April 29th to May the 8th of 2022. And it's going to be in LA, I think. Yeah. Yeah. In LA. 25 different venues in LA. I almost want to go. I'm scared of California because the ground don't hold still, but I want to go. Okay, so here go the rest of the roster. Well, not the rest, but some more of the roster. Wanda Sykes, she ain't funny worth a darn. Chris Rocks, I ain't never so much as chuckled. Ali Wong, Ronnie Chang, Hassan Minhaj, Jerry Seinfeld, David Letterman, Amy Schumer, Tina Fey, and Chappelle. Okay. Oh, and then they say Gabriel Iglesias is gonna headline the show. Dion Cole, Jane Fonda, of course, Kevin Hart, Aziz Ansari, Seth Rogen, Pete Davidson, Ellen DeGeneres, and some more people. They're gonna be on the stage too. Okay. And then they're gonna start selling on the 10th. They start the pre-sale today, but the ticket's gonna be officially on sale on the 10th. If y'all want to go. But I feel like Netflix is trolling the hell out these people. Because this is a Netflix event. The people mad at Netflix because they want to control what Dave Chappelle can say. And I just feel like that's some bull. If I can give my opinion for a minute. My opinion is this. Tolerance and free speech don't just belong to the people that you like. If everybody got to tolerate and accept your point of view and how you see yourself and how you see the world, then don't you have to tolerate and accept other people's point of view and how they see themselves and how they see the world. People are allowed to make jokes. Like over here, y'all know I joke about any and everything I want to. And if I tell a joke, I tell a joke. And if you don't want to hear it, then bounce or throw your rocks. And I can take it. I'm a big girl. But the reality is the man told a joke and it was like, nope, you're not saying what I want you to say. So we want to try to tell you what to do and tell you what to say. And it was some benefit that Dave Chappelle was supposed to be performing it. I'm gonna have to get the specs on that. And so the people come running out where he needs to cancel and he don't need to be on that benefit. And so the lady, Dave Chappelle crazy tail turn around and say, well, if the people who don't want me there donate more than the people who want me there, then I won't go. And so naturally he's gonna be there because the people who have the most to say in most cases do the absolute least in every situation. So it's interesting. Mind you, these are the same people that was trying to extort money from the dummy. I mean the baby. So, as always, pay attention. Keep your eyes on them. Keep your eyes on the situation. Wow. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about that. Some stuff just, you ever see something that's just such a drag that you just can't even talk about it. I can't talk about it. Let's say that. Yeah, so I think, today is the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor Day. I mentioned that. I think that covers it. Ain't nothing else really good going on. I think we got everything out there. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh, no. I got notes on this one. Let me tell y'all. Do y'all care about these clear people stealing stuff and getting and turning it in? Well, I'm gonna tell you. So this fellow by the name of Michael Steinhardt, he's a billionaire, living in New York City. So he done had to turn over $70 million of stolen ancient artifacts. Oh yeah. Looted stuff that's been looted, smuggled out of 11 countries by 12 criminal networks, according to a statement from the Manhattan DA. This was on Monday. This was yesterday. This was just yesterday. Y'all, these people are real criminals. They are real criminals. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. These are real live criminals. Make no mistake about it. How you got $70 million of smuggled, stolen stuff? Relics, 180 pieces of stolen relics worth an estimated $70 million 70 million. And agreed to an unprecedented lifetime ban on acquiring antiquities. So now for the rest of his life, he can't get nothing else, no other antiques. If they catch him with a pack of Lucky Strikes from 1945, he going to jail. Hey, Gaby. Yeah, leader, he been real busy. Stealing. That's what they know how to do. Every time I see one of them too close to me, I clutch my purse and put my money in my Brazil. Y'all better do the same thing. They say the investigators found that Steinhardt, one of the largest ancient art collectors, was in possession of looted artifacts smuggled out of 11 countries by 12 criminal networks. Now, how you smuggle 12 out of 12 countries by 11 countries, 12 networks, so that 2 of the networks tag team to get one of them out, to get stuff out of one of the countries? How, you know what I'm saying? This is like the man that's got 11 children and 12 baby mamas. Like, you were so crooked, your math is messed up. Okay, what you say? How they not being charged and prosecuted? They got the complexion of protection. Yeah, the government was probably helping them steal. They smuggled us and got away. You got that right. But you know what? Naturally rooted, we the gift that keeps on giving. Because as much as they got a bunch of buck dancing, knuckle dragging, stepping fetches, they got a whole lot of me's. They got a whole lot of Vicky Dillards. They got a whole lot of what's your boys? Dr. Khalid Muhammad's. You got a lot of Dr. Ben's. You got a whole lot of Nat Turner's. You got a whole lot of what you wasn't looking for. So while they did smuggle us, they ain't get away, baby. They just got by. They still catching hell off that deal. This was the gift that kept right on giving. That's right. Their privilege gives them the audacity. You better say it again. So anyway, for decades, they say, this man been doing this for decades. He displayed a rapacious appetite. Look at the word they use. A rapacious appetite for plundered artifacts without concern for the legality of his actions, the legitimacy of the pieces he bought and sold, or the grievous cultural damage he wrought across the globe, says the Manhattan DA Cy Vance in his statement. But let me stop right there and let's address this thing. Ain't none of y'all ever considered, none of you ever considered cultural damage that you caused across the globe when you were stealing artifacts, like my sister pointed out there, you stole people. Did you consider the cultural damage caused when you stole children out of their mama's arms? When y'all were looting and burning villages and snatching everybody that you felt like could be a slave? Did you consider that when you were stealing antiquities out of Ghana, when you stole Edo treasures, when you stole Igbo treasures, when you stole Yoruba treasures, when you stole the people, when you stole the land, the resources? You never once considered. You never once considered it. But now here they sit with their hypocrite hat on to say, oh, he just never even considered the grievous cultural damage. Oh, America, your slip is showing. What about your grievous cultural damage? What about your grievous cultural damage? You stole people and had the nerve to steal their language, their culture, their traditions, their gods. What about your grievous cultural damage? And now y'all mad at him for acting like y'all. Come on now. You got this whole country because you didn't care about grievous cultural damage. What about all of the burial grounds that belong to the natives that you just bulldozed over? What about all their sacred and religious sites that you just bulldozed over? What about all the people you killed that were possibly and were most definitely leaders within their culture and within their spiritual paradigm? You didn't care about none of that when you was bulldozing, killing, and passing out smallpox blankets. Are you considering it now? The grievous cultural damage. I'm going to get off my soapbox because, see, sometimes these people run my pressure up with their hypocrisy. See, some of us don't need talking points because we just got a lot to say, period. But I'm going to hush on that. Let me go on with this story. The DA say his pursuit of new additions to showcase and sell knew no geographic or moral boundaries. Sound just like them. As reflected in the sprawling underworld of antiquities traffickers, crime bosses, money launderers, and tomb raiders, he relied upon to expand his collection. But wait a minute, y'all got exhibits of Egyptian tombs in your museums. And don't that make y'all tomb raiders? Hey, Ebony M. Steinhardt's lawyer, Andrew Lavander and Theodore Wells Jr. said in a statement to CNN Tuesday that their client was pleased the DA's investigation had concluded without any charges and that items wrongfully taken by others will be returned to their native countries. Steinhardt agreed to return all 180 seized artifacts to their rightful owners, according to Vance, who said this was a quicker resolution than going to trial. Child, look here. Look here. See, this is why I don't, some of these stories, that's why I don't really just, I be wanting to talk about it, but I try not to talk about it too much because I will get mad. Okay? I will get mad. I ain't talking about I don't do that kind of dirt. Except for if I want to talk about that man privates. I don't care nothing about that. Apparently, he don't care about him either. That's why he giving it to everybody. What you say, the privilege of it all. Yes. And the hypocrisy of it all. The same, and that's why they could easily let him get away with no charges, because they know that's how they built their enterprise. That's how they built their enterprises, their industry, their corporations. That's how they built this filthy crap hole of a country, because make no mistake about it, in the Western world and in the free world, America is the ghetto. This is the ghetto. Yes, it will make you angry. If I tell people, I've heard it said, and I say it myself. If you black and you're in this country and you're not angry, you either real slow or you ain't paying attention. And I'm going to say that again. If you can live in this country and you are an ADOS, an American descendant of slaves, and you've been a victim of this disgusting system and these filthy, lice-ridden people, and you're not angry, you either not paying attention or you a window licker. And I say that. I stand on that. Grandma Rock says, I am hot. Dracula's still running the blood bank. And now he's making the laws to run the blood bank hilarious. Yes. But we got people, they're not angry worth a darn. They ain't got sense enough to be angry. They just prancing around, dragging their knuckles, stepping and fetching it for master. Mammy's little baby like shortening. Mammy's little baby like shortening bread. That's what they doing for you. And mad at you because you mad. You right, I'm mad. I got more than 10 active brain cells. I promise you I'm mad. I got every reason to be mad. And y'all should be mad too. Sitting up here, these people do too much. They do too much, and they've been doing too much. And we've been letting them. I need to talk about something gonna make me laugh, because these people done, ooh, y'all, I'm about to put a wig on again so I can dig in it. What you say, a leader of tap dancers? Right. Oh yeah, the League of Men is in the house always. They gonna represent. Child, Jussie Smollett full of crap. Can we talk about him? I need somebody that's a real clown that I can laugh at. Okay. He says it's good to talk about it and let it out. See, Vanessa, the problem when I start talking about how I really feel, one thing about fire is hot, and we can all agree to that, right? Fire is hot, fire burns. And when you are truly passionate about a subject or any type of subject matter, let me just say that. When you're passionate about any type of subject matter, any response, any narration you give, any oration. Shout out to Secret Squirrel Candace. Anything you have to say is going to be fiery. And anybody who's not ready for that type of truth is going to get burned because, as I said, fire is hot. Fire is hot. So I try not to go too heavy on certain topics because I know people who are half asleep, nodding off, ain't never woke up, they in a coma. If I start saying everything I want to say, somebody going to get burned. Say they mad because they modern day slavery is exposed. I mean, it should be exposed. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Slavery ain't went nowhere. They just let you have your slave quarters to yourself. It's no longer on master's property. That's all. They give you just enough to pay for your slave quarters and your rations so you can get back to work. So you like to talk to people like me because it forces you to want to get results. Yeah, I like results. I like when people mobilize and organize and get things done. Yes, honey, he is telling everything, all this messy stuff, but Jesse is so trifling. And I'm going to tell you why I think Jesse is trifling. This clear adjacent young man, they said that he had some text messages and he going to interrupt the special prosecutor, Dan Webb, and tell him while he was reading one of his messages that had nigger in it, and told him, can you spell or say N-word out of respect for every African American in this room? You've been saying that word a lot. And so then Webb said, well, I don't intend to do that. You can read your messages aloud. And so then he read his own messages. But it tickled me that he ain't ready for the prosecutor to say the N-word. And what I'm trying to understand is, why would the prosecutor be comfortable saying nigger in open court? And you kept reading the word nigger in open court. It was like on the prosecutor's end, obviously for him, it was Christmas. Ooh, I get to say nigger in public. So that's the crazy part. But then the other part on Justice Smollett's on his end, when did you become so conscious of appropriate and inappropriate behavior? Did you think it was inappropriate? Did you think it was appropriate, rather, to fake a hate crime and say that somebody did something to you when it really ain't what happened? You know, the stuff that you plotted out with a man that you did drugs with and touched on in the bathhouse. Like, Jesse, you are not the person to be making that point. You just ain't. All right, Nisa, you got to head back to work. I'm going to be out of here in a minute too, but I'm glad you stopped through. Yeah, Justice Smollett is funny. I just find it funny that he had to call it out and the man didn't know no better. But it was just really hilarious that it was Justice Smollett saying it. Wait a minute now, Vanessa. You say beatings and bathhouses and booty. Oh my. Yes. Yes. Candy R, you say because he feels privileged. Jesse is an entire mess. He is. Hey, my DT. Yes, y'all, please like the video. Hey, Gaby. Says, I'm from East Africa. Bathhouse is somewhere where you go get literally bathed and get massaged. But the bathhouse in Jesse's trial is something I never heard of. Well, Gaby, over here in the U.S., they got the dirty bathhouses. They don't go there to get clean. They go there to get dirty. They do dirty things in there. Now, I ain't never been in there. And I advise you don't go either, because I think something bad might happen. But, you know, you hear bathhouse here, don't go there. Okay? Don't go there. Because you might be too far away and none of us might not be able to get there to have your back. So just don't go. In America, bathhouse is where you're going to go and get dirty. It's from what I understand. Because I didn't know nothing about bathhouses still being opened, but apparently they are, and things are happening. Okay, at the bathhouses. And Jesse had it really happening over there. And one more quick, and this one ain't necessarily funny, but it's the truth, so I'm going to go ahead and drop it. Okay? What you say, Gaby? Oh, never. I know that's right. Don't you ever go up in there. Them people going to get you. You say you're not into that lifestyle. Don't you get into it either, baby. It ain't safe. You see what happens. You're going to meet Justice Smollett, He gonna ask you to beat him up, and he gonna tell people that you put a rope on his neck and call him the N-word. So listen, y'all, listen. Y'all know Akbar V, right? Valerie, Candy cousin from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Y'all remember Akbar V, the one that was big, but then she went and got the fat surgery and lost all the weight. And she's a pretty girl. She just real ignorant and normally don't have a lot of, intelligent things to say. She's not the brightest, but she's a very pretty girl. Since that's what we say when we talk about Giselle, you know how they do when we talk about she's trifling, she's terrible, she worked for the devil, she chews toenails, but she's very pretty. So when we start talking about Akbar, she's very pretty. Okay, that's what we're gonna say about her, and we're gonna normalize saying that about every black woman that does something ridiculous. But she's very pretty, not just people who are high yellow and clear adjacent. Okay, now that's what we're gonna do. Hey, Monique C. Hey, Tammy. Ebony M. Talking about Akbar V. Talking about Alexa Sky's baby. I ain't talking about that. She actually said something right. Yeah, she was. She was pretty big and she pretty small. She's very pretty. That's what we gonna say. You remember Akbar? That's a dumb name, but she's very pretty. That's what we gonna put on every black woman we talk about, unless she's not very pretty. I'm not lying for nobody. Queen Mermaid say the fighter with the pretty face and the bad attitude, self-proclaimed Queen of Atlanta. Girl, she ain't much of a fighter because I saw that video with her in that fight and that girl beat her tail. Okay. That's what I just said. She pretty big and small. Right. That's right. If we say they works for the devil and chew toenails, if it's a pretty black woman, we're going to say, but she's very pretty. Because y'all know that's what they do. If they yellow, the minute we call them on something, but you have to admit she's very pretty. What the hell does pretty have to do with her being evil as hell? And half the time when it's a yellow person, they don't even be pretty. They just what they're calling pretty is the yellow. So now on this channel, when we're talking about a pretty black lady, we're going to say, but she's very pretty. Okay, we're going to add that on. Y'all make sure y'all do that in the chat too. If we talking about how trifling Candace is and she paint her face like a squirrel, well, without the makeup though, she's very pretty. If we talking about Kenya snores and we talking about that she trifling and dry and boring as hell and renting men, but she's very pretty though. Y'all see how that works? I like that. And we're going to do it. We're going to do that over here. When we start talking about pretty black women, I don't care how trifling they are. Let's add on there. But you got to admit, she's very pretty. Okay? So anyway, on to Akbar V. Good old Valerie. Because she's very pretty. This girl told the truth. And she was talking about Dej Loaf. Y'all remember Dej Loaf? The girl with the song, Try Me, Try Me. Remember that? So Akbar V made a post, y'all, and she told the truth. She said, you too humble, and she was talking to Dej Loaf because she had posted her, and said, you too humble, you too talented. I be getting mad at you because I don't know you. I don't know. You should be way bigger. They took your sound and ran, and you just gave up. Looks like your first tape. It looks like your first tape. Tell me through a lot, keep going. Wait, I guess she's saying that tell me you went through a lot. Keep going, Dej. I'm still a fan. Keep going. Which is the truth? This is the truth. And I'm going to say she told the truth. Yeah, she from Detroit. Right. It's so cold in the D. Now, I'm a T-Baby fan, too. If some of y'all don't know about T-Baby, it's so cold in the D. I love T-Baby. I'm waiting for her next hit. I don't know how long we're going to wait, but I'm waiting. But anyway, baby, what y'all think about that? I believe she's right. I think a lot of people did steal Dej Loaf style. They took it and ran. She did something that had not been done. When she did it, it was interesting. It was like, okay, I feel you. But after she did her thing, there were people who stole this girl's style and took off and hit the concrete running like a nosebleed. And now don't nobody want to admit and, pay attention to the fact. Akbar told the truth. She said they took your style and ran. And it's true. And they didn't even do it that well. And people was in there, like literally the comments, people really was agreeing with what Akbar said. And I gotta admit, I agree too. They did take that girl style and they did take off running with it. And you know, people was calling out Coily Ray. They say, girl, you stole it. Now I ain't never heard Coily Ray. Now, once I heard Benzino was her daddy, I knew I didn't want to hear nothing she had to say. And then when I looked at her, I sure enough knew I didn't want to hear nothing she had to say. I knew it. But, you know, the overall consensus was it was a lot of people that sold her style, not just Coy Leroy or Lee Ray or whatever that girl name is. And but they were saying, you know, it was some men too that took this girl style. So it's just it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And they're like, yeah, that Coy chick definitely her daughter. And they say she got some sons out there too. And it's just sad. It's really sad. And to be honest, I hope Dej come back, you know, with a vengeance. Come back like she left something. Because, you know, it's real bad. It's real bad when we see that kind of thing happen. But shout out to Akbar, because she actually told the truth. You know, Valerie don't mind saying some stuff. She gonna say, I have a hard time calling that girl Akbar. Y'all forgive me. Valerie, okay? Valerie definitely told the truth on that one. Definitely. And she always got way too much to say about stuff that she really shouldn't. But, you know, this time she's on point. Definitely on point. So anyway, y'all, I think that covers all the updates for this morning. I ain't got no more updates. Ain't got no more. Ain't got no more. Ain't got no more. But I will let y'all know. I may be back. I was gonna be back yesterday. I was actually trying to hang on because Gabor was supposed to go live yesterday so we could try to support him. And then he ended up not going live. So let me see what else is on the agenda with Baby Brother and whoever else. And then if anything, we'll be back over here today, later this afternoon. Okay. Well, listen, I just wanted y'all to know I appreciate you. I love you. Be positive, be productive, be encouraged. Most of all, remember to encourage somebody else. I'm going to be over here pinning a dress on a dress form and sweating bullets because I got 3 days to construct a dress. I mean, lining, fitting, finishing, and all. So y'all, please say a prayer for me because I got to make it do what it do. Also, remember to like this video if you didn't like the video on the way in. Please like the video on the way out. Share the video if you get an opportunity. Hit the notification bell. Remember to click all so you'll know every time we hit live. And if you're someone who has not subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe. We're friendly over here. We love you over here, okay? And Ms. Ree, I'm looking to see an email from you. I ain't forgot. Don't you forget, okay? So you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves, and I'm going to try to get back this afternoon, okay? Bye, y'all.